is up? It's your boy Clapboy Bales, and welcome to another episode of Wake Up Call. So, in case you don't know, the NFL Draft, the first round was yesterday, and the Packers made one of the most questionable picks, probably in franchise history. They ended up picking a quarterback to back up Aaron Rodgers for the rest of his career. Now, why would they do that is the real issue. Rodgers is on its decline. First off, I've never been a fan of Rodgers. So, seeing this means that he's going to be out of here pretty soon. So, I'm happy about that. Second off, Jordan Love, you know, he had his little bit of issues, you know, this year. Like, he had some interception issues, but I'm not worried about that because he's going to learn under Rodgers, and Rodgers doesn't get picked off often, so I feel like learning under him is going to really be a huge step, you know, for Jordan Love. So I'm excited about that. The fact is, we traded up to get him, which kind of upsets me because you could have traded up to get someone else, but I feel like they know that this guy is really the future star at quarterback. Now, I know they could have drafted a wide receiver or a linebacker or even an offensive lineman, knowing that there's a little issues that they know that, you know, Bakhtiari, Lindsley, Billy Turner are all free agents coming up next year, so, and maybe Ricky Magner is an answer, so they know that linemen, that they're going to have issues. But with that pick at quarterback, I don't think they're going to be drafting a lineman. I think they know that they're going to be re-signing Bakhtiari, Lindsley's going to be gone, and they're going to put Jenkins at center, and they'll be drafting a guard next year. I think at that point we all know that's what their planning is. So really, I don't see them drafting a lineman, personally. So today, obviously, I don't want to touch up on the Jordan Love thing. I'm not that upset. I understand the pick. Of course, they could have picked someone else more talented, but as I said before, look at the wide receivers they drafted later on in the second round. They've become the stars. Greg Jennings, James Jones, Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb, Devontae Adams, all drafted in the second round. And honestly, I'm going to go over some names that I think that they'll end up drafting. And I'll give my top pick on who I believe they'll still draft. I still believe it's going to be Chase Claypool. I think a guy that can really be as big. He does have speed. He's 6'4". He's shown his speed. He doesn't really show it in game, but he does show it. And he's basically like slightly a tight end and a receiver, but he's really a receiver. But he's so big. He's the 50-50 ball guy. He's super talented. I have so much faith in this guy. He's going to be a stud. You know, so that's the thing. That's the thing about him. I mean, I already have my stats on him in my last video. I mean, that's one thing. Another guy, of course, I'm going to go over some of the receivers that I think we could get. There's another guy, Michael Pittman. I think that this guy is just outstanding. Michael Pittman, great receiver. That's just pretty much standard for that guy. Tyler Johnson, another receiver that we could get. Of course, the reason I'm listing these names, Claypool, Johnson, and Pittman, you know, is because the Packers have gone for receivers that are tall. They want the tall guys. Even though they do lack some speed, I think these are receivers that could really do well for this team. And I really like all three of them. I feel like those picks will be definitely worth it for the Packers. Now, if they want to go the slot route, then KJ Hamler is going to be the pick. But I don't see that happening. I think it's going to be either those three. The top three choices are going to be Michael Pittman, Chase Claypool, and Tyler Johnson. So that's, I believe, the second round pick. Third round pick for today. I was looking for options. Someone says that we might actually go linebacker second round. There's really not many inside linebackers left, which would really leave Troy Dye as an answer. I said we were going to get Troy Dye, but not until the 5th round in my last video. But as it looks like, I think Troy Dye would really be a fit in the 3rd round. I think we'd see him around the 3rd round. He does lack, he's a little bit undersized, but he's an all-around guy, and I think he'll end up starting over Orenbergs for sure. I like this guy. I think he'll be great. You could even get him in the 2nd round because the Texas Tech guy was already taken, so there's really not many inside linebackers left that are really top, which would make Troy Dye the most reasonable pick. Now, here's the thing. What if we go with a linebacker or an offensive line like Josh Jackson or Ezra Cleveland in the 2nd round for the safe vision? That would mean that we had to go for a wide receiver in the 3rd round, which would really be an issue. Would they have to trade up? We already got rid of our 4th round pick because of Jordan Love, so we would have to figure out a wide receiver for that area. So I was watching a little video on this one guy. He kind of seems like he will be the next Donald Driver. I don't know why I think a Donald Driver went of him, but this guy might be personally one of the best guys that could really be a fit. I still want Michael Pittman. I really do. But this guy might be as underrated as a wide receiver could ever be. His name is Gandy Golden out of Liberty. I think it's like Antonio Gandy Golden. I don't know. Can't remember the name off the top of my head, but it's he's out of Liberty. He's a wide receiver. Yeah, Antonio Gandy Golden. I had to make sure the first name. There's so many names in this draft, but his name is Antonio Gandy Golden. He's out of Liberty. Played 4 years. The dude has made some unbelievable catches. Of course, he's only ranked as the 18th wide receiver, but here's the reason why. Because he's at Liberty. He's not at a top-name college. So, of course he's not going to be as top as he can be, but that dude may be one of the best wide receivers I think I could ever see in a draft. And I would die if I would be so happy if the Packers got him. I would be so happy. So that's that. I'm just gonna talk about 3rd. So personally, if I were the Packers, my pick would be those picks would be a wide receiver, and the 2nd pick would be a linebacker, and I would officially want Troy Dye. So that's what my picks are. I don't know what will happen for day 3. Of course, if after I think it's going to end up being maybe a wide receiver, maybe a backup running back, maybe a backup cornerback, maybe a backup guard. That's will probably end up being the 5th, 6th, and 7th round for the Packers, but we'll see. I mean, those picks might be important. They might be crucial picks for the future. Depends. But that's that. So if anyone wants to talk more draft with me, please comment below, subscribe. Of course, I'm going to be doing my official NFL draft reaction video on Sunday after the draft, so obviously prepared for that. But this is my just daily video because I wanted to do a reaction on what I thought about Jordan Love and what they should do next. Personally, I'm not the most upset about this, but you know what? They're doing what they got to do, and they're just going to get it done in the future. So I'm happy they got Jordan Love. I'm a fan of the guy, but it's upsetting that it pretty much shows this is the end of Rodgers' career, really, because you saw he's been on a decline this year. So anyways, the future is really up for grabs for the Packers at this point. So in Goody we trust. We gotta really trust everybody that we're gonna get this done. So I have my faith, and hopefully they'll draft the white wide receiver. I'm hoping it's Claypool or Pittman, but we'll see how it goes. So until next time, it's your boy Cloudboy Bales. We will see you soon. Go Pack Go.